I would like to introduce my session. I'm a member of Association of College and Research Libraries AI Competencies Task Force. And right now I'm going to introduce the draft that was fresh out of press, the proposal draft, and I will have time for you to even provide feedback. I put in the chat links to the draft itself and also feedback form. So that's the QR code if you want to access draft right away. And again, the link in the chat as well. So a little bit history. In July 2024, the committee has been formed, or we call it task force. And there is a list of committee members. Jason Kaleman was our co-chair, and Kevin Jeffrey was another co-chair. The need for AI literacy framework from our professional organization was apparent, but I have to give all initiative awards for Dr. Leah, our president, ACRL president. The first matter of business is to decide, should we make AI literacy part of digital literacy or information literacy, or it should be stand-alone AI literacy framework. Unlike digital literacy or ICT, which is information, computer technology literacy, or media literacy, or information literacy, AI possess unique ethical and social challenges, such as fairness, transparency, privacy, and accountability. But most important for us, AI was the unique ability of AI to mimic human behavior. In our case, human cognitive behavior, directly impacted human agency and directly impacting our profession as well as the knowledge workers. These changes require dedicated competencies beyond the scope of traditional digital or information literacy. That was our position. So if you see on the screen, there is the amount of articles about AI literacy in general using Elsevier database. If you can see, it skyrocketed after 2019, 2018. In 2019, there was an article published by Google developers about large language models. But even before that, AI or automation of searching or semantic search engines or AI kind of gradually moved to search engines that library use. On the right, you will see the trend of AI literacy framework publication. And again, 2023, right after 2022 opening for large language model, the first one. We did discuss connection with information literacy, and it was a polemic. So as you know, ALA defined information literacy as a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. However, we need to understand that as now AI produce information as well, it generates information and even generate the summary of information. The position of librarians and regarding to information or within information landscape has changed, not just because of AI. Any development, computer information and communication technology impact how we as librarians position our skills, our collections, and so on. So generative and other type of AI can make traditional sources of information and knowledge obsolete. We have to be aware of that. Therefore, library workers should be competent and continue to provide information literacy program. We might call it differently. We need to think about what is information and what is evidence and what is knowledge, thinking about the differences and what exactly we help to locate, information or evidence. So we took a look on UNESCO AI literacy for teachers. There is also EDUCASE, information literacy framework. As I mentioned, the variety of information literacy frameworks abundant after 2023. So we decided to use, even we like what we saw, especially for teachers, we try to adapt it to the library world. We decided to use Bloom taxonomy. And as you know, 1956 was the first reiteration of the Bloom taxonomy, and in 2001 was the latest. And you can see that it changed a little bit, but not drastically. In our case, because we adapt Bloom taxonomy to AI literacy, or anything to do with learning about something, learning about skills, so developing competencies, we look at very similar, but we start and combine knowledge and understanding. And you can argue what's first knowledge and what has to be understanding. So we kind of put it together. We have knowledge and understanding as a first layer. That's what is built up the whole pyramid on our knowledge of what is AI, what type of AI we're talking about. So this is example of broad competencies. Stay current with AI application by following reliable sources from diverse experts. Or another example of broad competencies. Broad competencies is our nickname for a larger construct. Developing a basic understanding of underlying technologies associated with AI. And you can see moving up just examples of competence aligned with certain stage of learning. That's another example how we create this hierarchy of broad competencies and narrow competencies. You might call skills, but it's more than skills. It's ability and application of skills. So, for example, undeveloped basic understanding, you have sub or narrow competency, know the generative AI, how it's generate new content, while discriminative AI classifier. So difference between generative AI and discriminative AI is important for our profession in the library services. This is another example, analysis and evaluation. So, for example, broad competency will be explain how AI can impact academia, teaching, learning, or research, I should say, or research. And narrow competence will be classify AI tools in the broader categories, understanding where this particular AI belong. It will be research assistant or chatbot, it could be RAG system or vector database, where exactly it belong. Evaluate AI tools in the context of specific library tasks and services. Very important for us because we learn a lot about prompting or using generative AI for writing, but how it's affect our profession. What exactly AI, not just generative, any AI do, for example, for collection development, for administration, for discovery, for access to our services or our other responsibility tasks. Building this case study is a key because we can learn from others, and there's plenty of conferences, institutions, or courses around where you can learn about case studies for business, for writers, for students, but we need to create our own program that focus on us as librarians. That's the feedback form, and basically just 4 questions. And you're welcome to use chat to answer these questions or ask me questions in general about how it was developed and what discussions we have. Any questions about competency, but I think I presented just in general how it will look like. I will stop share. And I think we have enough time for discussion. I think I can stop recording as well.